Hi, I'm Dobby, but you can call me Dabz. So today I have a book haul for you guys. I recently bought 5 different books and I wanted to share them with you guys and tell you guys a little bit about what they're about. I haven't read any of them yet all the way through. I started one of them. I'm almost done with it. But besides that, these are all new books to me. But I just wanted to go through them with a little summary. I'm so excited to read all of them. So the first book I have is Perfume by Patrick Suskind. This book, I originally read The Pigeon by Patrick Suskind, and that book is like a really short book. It's like literally 75 pages. And I also reviewed that one if you're interested, but it was very interesting. That's like the best way to describe it. It was very strange. This one is probably his most popular book. It was actually made into a movie. And the premise of it sounds very interesting to me, and I'm really excited to read it. So this novel basically is about this man, Jean-Baptiste, and he is born with an incredible sense of smell. And so he apprentices under this like perfumer who basically teaches him the art of like mixing oils and herbs and making certain smells in the form of perfume. However, he yearns for more. He wants to capture more specific aromas, such as like freshly cut wood or something like just oddly specific things. And one day he actually catches a scent that inspires him to go on a journey to create the ultimate perfume, a journey full of horror and even murder, which is why the story is called Perfume, the story of a murderer. So I think this is so interesting. I'm genuinely really excited to read this one. So the next book I have is called I Must Betray You by Ruta Sepetys. This book, technically it's not my brother bought it because he wanted to read it. So I kind of knew nothing about it. But basically this book, it's set in Romania in 1989. It's historical fiction. And it centers around this 17-year-old boy named Christian, and he dreams of becoming a writer. However, due to the tyrannical leader in Romania, he's bound by these like strict rules, he's fearful of the government, and he's scared of enduring these harsh living conditions. And soon he is blackmailed into becoming an informant. An informant is basically someone who's used to spy on others, like even family members, friends. Like they live their daily lives, but they report back to the police about like the things that others do. And so basically he has to decide whether he wants to betray everyone or risk his life by not doing his job correctly. So this book, I know nothing about it. I've literally never heard of it before, like actually getting it, but it sounds interesting. The premise sounds interesting. It's been a very long time since I've read historical fiction, so I think it will be good, hopefully. So the next book I have is called The Secret History by Donna Tartt. This book, I've heard that I read this book called If We Were Villains. I actually have like the copy of it. And I've heard that If We Were Villains is like very similar to this one. Was like written first, so this is the original. But I've heard people say that like If We Were Villains is almost like a ripoff of this book. I don't know if that's true, but that's just what I've heard. But basically this book is about a group of clever misfits. They all attend the same class at college, and they learn from their professor a new way of thinking and living. But they begin to fall too deeply into these new concepts, and they kind of fall into obsession and soon corruption. I think books about books about college and literature and almost like a dark academia like theme, like vibe to them, and also books about like teenagers, like groups of teenagers, like misfits, like that kind of thing always appeals to me. That's why I loved Six of Crows so much. It's about a group of like misfits basically, and so that's why I think this book I was drawn to. But yeah, I plan to review this one when I read it, and maybe I'll do a video comparing it to If We Were Villains, like seeing if they really do compare like a lot of people say. Yeah, I'm excited. So the next book is called Clara and the Sun by Kazuo Ishiguro. Kazuo Ishiguro also wrote Never Let Me Go and The Remains of the Day. I've only read Never Let Me Go. It was an amazing book. I read it for AP Lit and I loved it. I do want to read The Remains of the Day. I think that one is also very popular. This one's less popular, but I just saw this one, was interested, and I wanted to pick up this one. But basically, this book is about Clara. Clara is an artificial friend. So in this dystopian novel, parents basically can purchase these like artificial friends as companions for their children, because opportunity for socialization in this modernized world is very limited. So although Clara is both very observant and very intelligent as an artificial friend, she does not yet know much about the world. So she sits in the store, watches those that pass by or those that come in, and hopes that a customer will soon choose her. So I just thought that the premise of this book was interesting. It's an idea that I personally haven't like seen in dystopian books, and Never Let Me Go was sort of like a dystopian book, so I kind of know that he does it well, so I was interested in seeing his take on like a different concept, I guess. So I'm excited to read this one. So the last book I have for you guys is The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. This is the only book that I've started. I'm like almost done with it. I'm probably 3/4 through the way, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's like it's very easy to read. I'll probably review this one soon, so if you're interested, stay tuned. But this is the story of the brilliant 15-year-old Christopher Boone. He can recite all of the capitals of all of the countries in the world. He knows all of the prime numbers into the thousands, but he cannot understand human emotion, and he cannot stand to be touched. One day, a neighborhood dog mysteriously dies, and Christopher decides to investigate, and he kind of ends up finding out more than he wanted to find out. This book is like really interesting. Like I don't want to like give spoilers, but like it surprised me. It's not what I was expecting, but it's very good so far. It's very easy to read. So yeah. And also this one, I think out of all of them, like this one, I think the cover drew me in. Like when I was at Barnes and Noble, and I was looking through all of the books like on the display, and this one, it's just so simple, and I think that's what draws me in. It's like an upside down dog, and then it's like so simple, but it's like so like it looks like a good book. I don't know. Yeah. So that would be the end of my book haul. These are 5 different books that I got recently. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, then like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and happy reading. So today I have... Dang, I just listened to the pronunciation of her name, but I don't remember. Let me go listen to it again. I just listened to it.